Hi, everybody. Tony Lawand. I'm here at Futurist 2024 in Toronto. I'm here with Minister Nally from Edmonton.
And it's a pleasure to be here with you.
I love Edmonton. I've been to Edmonton a few times. I love Alberta altogether. So you cover cannabis, you cover gaming, you cover crypto, obviously. And
Crypto, I've got gaming, I've got online gambling. Absolutely. And if it's fun, I've probably got it.
You made the trip here, which is very commendable because we don't get a lot of the other provinces coming in. So that's terrific. We're glad to have you here. How do you like it so far?
Absolutely love the conference. I can say the people are excellent. Engaging with all the entrepreneurs has just been incredible.
Okay, so I'm sure you've taught a few things in your time, but more importantly, what did you learn?
Well, I continue to learn how innovative this industry is. And I was just speaking to someone 20 minutes ago who was telling me about an entrepreneur who took an orphaned and abandoned well that was leaking methane. And you know how dangerous methane is, 20 times as harmful to the environment as carbon. And so they put a Bitcoin miner on that orphaned and abandoned well. They managed to capture those rogue methane emissions. And they literally turned rogue methane emissions and turned it into gold. It's one more example of the positive influence crypto miners can have on the economy, on the environment.
About waste gas. Sure. There's a lot of methane, there's a lot of waste gas going all over, especially in your region. You guys are a big oil producing region and mining region. Yeah. We can do something with that.
We absolutely can. And first, let me just back up and tell you a little bit about our history, because we brag that in Alberta, we have the cleanest natural gas in the world. In fact, the very last drop of LNG that is consumed on this planet should come from right here in Alberta. Mm-hmm. And the reason for that is because of our methane emission standards. We have the highest methane emission standards. We're constantly targeting rogue emissions. And this is Bitcoin or crypto mining is one more way that we can capture those emissions. We can capture that flare gas. We can minimize those rogue emissions, and we could use that to produce more crypto. It is a win-win for the economy and the environment. And just one more example of showing you don't have to choose between the economy or the environment. You can have both.
And you've managed, I was reading a little about your bio, you've managed to knock a little bit of reduction of spending in your time, which is, you've only been, we're almost 2 years now, you've been a minister?
Well, no, I've been a minister for 5 years. I've had this file for 2.
Okay, yeah. So, but the reduction part, and I'm pretty sure I got the number right, it's over $2 billion.
We have saved job creators $2.75 billion.
That's very commendable, because that's probably one of our biggest issues in government is the stupidity of spending and wastage. And hey, I tell it the way it is. Yeah. And I think you've heard it enough times. Yeah. So, and it's not only, by the way, that waste gas or reusable, it's not just for crypto. It's obviously, it's power generation and everything else. Yeah. So where do you want to see Alberta go with, let's talk about things like AI and the Web3 space. Where do you see you guys going with something like that?
Well, listen, we want to be a destination for crypto. We want to be a destination for AI. Those two go hand in hand. I can tell you, without going into specifics, that there are global investors that are in Alberta right now that are kicking the tires, looking to make investments in the hundreds of millions of dollars for data centers, for AI. I'm going to tell you, it's early days, but I am very excited about the future that this brings to Alberta.
Well, you're in a good spot because data centers, as we know, we need the cold weather. So you need the elevation, you need the cold weather. Yeah. I've been involved in, speaking to guys out of, Texas, Miami, California. Yeah. And apart from the US dollar difference, now, by the time you're done, it's 30% difference in cash. Yeah. Come to Canada, it's 30%. I don't care what the taxes are. You figure those things out. But the actual dollar for dollar, it's 30%. Yeah. You're in a cold climate. That saves a lot of cooling costs.
Absolutely.
Okay. Some of the other benefits. Give me some of the other benefits of doing business in Edmonton.
Well, you nailed it. We have, in addition to all of that, the low taxes, we have an educated workforce. We have a skilled workforce. We have been in the oil and gas industry for decades. We have the experience to take this industry to the next level. We've got a young workforce, hardworking, entrepreneurial Albertans that embrace these types of industries. So when you have an industry like crypto, like AI, that is innovative, it's just a nice fit for an innovative entrepreneurial province like Alberta. It's just a natural fit. And that's why we have been clear in saying we are rolling out the welcome mat for AI, for crypto. Please come to Alberta. You're more than welcome.
All right, cowboy boots and hat?
Well, it is optional to put on a cowboy hat and the cowboy boots, except for during Stampede. That's 10 days during July where everybody gets to be a cowboy. or a cowgirl.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What else are we going to do about the Web3 space in Edmonton?
Well, listen, like I said, right now we're listening. We're here. The reason I'm attending this conference is because we know that we've got a lot of great things going on, but we're not done. There's a lot more work that has to happen, and that's why we're here listening. I'm hearing loud and clear that stable coins being delisted is creating some challenges for the industry, and so we're working with a Canadian blockchain consortium. We're speaking with industry. We're going out for dinner tonight. I'm going to hear firsthand how it's going to affect them, and come up with some ideas on how we can work with industry to get to a better place.
I try not to get into the politics. I like to be center of the road with everything, but are you fighting the federal government in what you're doing, or you're doing what you're doing and you're not going to let anybody get in your way?
Well, we have a federal government that is guilty of regulatory overreach at every turn. There's no doubt. But that's the beauty of this industry. The beauty of this industry is we don't have to get our resources to market. We can bring the resources to our market, which means we cut out the feds when it comes to regulation. Because if we're moving our resources across provincial boundaries, we need federal approval. We don't when we can build the project right here in Alberta. So we are literally bringing industry to the province, and it's a chance for us to sell our energy on the internet, because you're putting a Bitcoin miner right on top of an orphaned and abandoned well. We're utilizing natural gas. We're generating royalties, and we don't need to build a pipeline. All we need is a little bit of bandwidth. So it's a beautiful fit.
Yeah, I mean, the U.S. You see what happened in the U.S. I mean, they've completely dropped the ball on all this, and it looks like you're trying to pick up that ball and really run with it.
Absolutely.
I mean, listen, I work on both sides of the fence here, U.S. and here, global actually. There's no question, Canada is the place to come.
That the crypto industry, AI, is welcome in Alberta. We are open for business.